Darcy Meyer's Season 1 premiere, the Scooby-Doo spin-off series Velma has already been renewed for a Season 2. It doesn't even deserve to be called the Scooby-Doo spin-off because nothing about it is Scooby-Doo. Scooby isn't in it. Velma, Daphne, Fred are all completely, different characters personality-wise, and then you have, Norville, who is supposed to be Shaggy, and that's just a completely different character. It doesn't even deserve to be called Scooby-Doo. It is just a pile of trash. It says Velma is an animated comedy series set before the Scooby-Doo gang's adventures in solving mysteries. I didn't find it very comedic, but maybe it's just my opinion, though. Everybody else seems to hate it as well. Everyone else is saying it's really not that funny, too. It says the show is focused on, one of the members of the group, Velma, and her high school life. It says, without the iconic talking dog Scooby-Doo in the show, Velma's comedy leans heavily towards adult humor, making it a very different venture from many of the previous Scooby-Doo stories. I have said this a couple of times at this point. I would have loved a Scooby-Doo adult-themed series. It would have been freaking hilarious if it was done properly, but the issue with this series is that it was just a Mindy Kaling self-insert. She thinks that she is funny, she thinks that feminist humor is funny, and that's really all the series is filled with. And they also attack people who like Scooby-Doo and, like animated series, because they even say it's one of the highlights of the trailer that, oh, at least I'm not an adult watching cartoons. I mean, they tried to make this series successful, and absolutely everybody hates it. I mean, there is really nobody who's praising this. The people that they tried to make it appeal to absolutely hate it, and the Scooby-Doo fans who at least wanted to try to give it a chance also hate it. It says, though, according to Entertainment Identifier Registry, or the EIDR, Velma Season 2 is in the works at Warner Brothers and HBO Max. The registry shows Velma Season 2 on its own and a list of 11 episodes, and the news comes just a couple of days after the premiere episodes 1 and 2 on HBO Max released. This didn't even deserve a first season, never mind a second season. Because it's already apparently behind the scenes green-lit for a second season, it to me sounds like they initially signed for multiple seasons, that they right off the bat were planning on doing at least 2 seasons, and they probably thought that this was going to be successful, that people were going to like it, and, they still might scrap it. I honestly hope that they do. I almost never hope that something gets canceled because other people like it. I hope that this gets canceled. I don't see anyone who enjoys this. The scores are absolutely awful, like the article's going to point out. I don't really see a reason why they would, shove a bunch of money into this. Unless, of course, they had already planned to do multiple seasons. There's no way that they're looking at the reception to the first couple of episodes already and are going, you know what, we're going to go ahead with the second season because we don't really care that much about how people are responding to it, because usually companies like negative feedback because they view it as all press is good press, even if it's negative. But in this case, even the critics are panning it. There's, no 5 stars being put onto Rotten Tomatoes and IMDb, and it has been trending on social media, but it has been negatively. I just don't see a way that this series is going to hold up for them. It says critic reviews for Velma have been split, with positive reviews often commending some of the comedic moments and most negative reviews pointing to issues with the show's actual story. Among audiences, though, reviews have been overwhelmingly negative. Yep, they have been. I mean, the critic scores at a 55%, so yeah, it is pretty split, but the average audience score is at a 7 right now, and if you go on over to IMDb, it is currently sitting at a 1.6 out of 10 with over 12,000 reviews already. I mean, this is almost as bad as Santa Inc., which Of course, though, this article decides to blame all of the negativity on racism. There's been plenty of valid criticism of the show, but much of the negativity surrounding it has been in very bad faith. The toxic review bombing was a response to the show's race-blind casting, specifically with Velma being of Asian descent in the new series. While most Scooby-Doo fans understood and even applauded the decision, it still led to a substantial level of racist backlash to Velma from toxic individuals and groups. Now, do they show any examples of this ist backlash? Of course not. They don't show a single review, a single tweet, or post, none of that. They just say, there's racist backlash. And yes, initially when this show was announced months ago, a lot of people were upset over the fact that they were changing the descent of these characters because, of course, Daphne and Velma and Shaggy / Norville, even though he's a completely different character, are all different from their original counterparts. That is like the least criticized thing that I've seen at this point. The writing is awful, the voice acting is just okay, the story is god-awful, and the characters and the way that they act now, because they are very different, are also terrible. Those are the things that people are criticizing at this point. I honestly haven't really seen anyone bringing up the race of the characters, because everything else is just so freaking bad. But of course, like I mentioned, they don't actually show any examples of this. They're just trying to say that we're terrible people for criticizing this show that tried to be stunning and brave, and that's that. But as you can see, it seems like Velma is getting a season 2, or at least they're thinking about doing a season 2, which in my opinion sounds like a complete waste of money for them. But that's all that I really had to discuss in this video. Let everyone know your thoughts in the comment section down below. If you enjoyed it, please make sure to give it a like, share it, subscribe to the channel. And of course, if you didn't, make sure to give it a dislike. I appreciate your support either way, but I will talk to you all again in the next video really soon.
Ever since Taylor started looking for a new cashback credit card, she's been freezing up.
I got this!
Or you could try NerdWallet, which has side-by-side comparisons to help find the best credit card for you.
Oh, thanks.
NerdWallet, the smartest decision for all your financial decisions.
Another edgy adult cartoon unceremoniously plopped its way onto a streaming service, puppeteered by a middle-aged twat living out her high school fantasies through a beloved IP. I was gonna do a trailer reaction for Indiana Jones, Dr. Deacon and the Book of Destiny, but I kind of fell out of love for that. Then the Velma trailer hit, and I said, oh, this could get me back in the game. Oh my god, this is so funny. I just went to the trailer on the HBO Max channel, and it gives you a warning. The following content may contain suicide or self-harm topics. Viewer discretion is advised. Yeah, because as soon as you watch the trailer, you're going to want to fucking end it all. And if you have said suicidal thoughts, you can't really express them because the comments are turned off. Initially, I thought this was the very first Velma trailer, but turns out there was a teaser 3 months ago. So I guess we'll look at that first. You know, we gotta be thorough.
When I heard this new version of Judy Jetson wouldn't be boy crazy, the only word I had to describe my disgust is jinkies.
Have you considered that you're possibly mentally ill?
If there is one thing the internet agrees on, it's that you should never change anything ever.
Yeah, you see...
Sincerely, Velma. Well, at least Judy's still white.
At least she's still white. Yeah, that would really suck, because then you could unintentionally invoke some kind of racist archetype that you didn't mean to previously, and then quickly try to wipe it away with a lazy joke about their characterization.
I think it has something to do with drugs, which I hate.
already making fun of the fans. That really bodes well for your show's popularity. Also, yes, if your intention is to do lazy race swaps, or expressing why you hate said IP through the same IP, then yeah, maybe you shouldn't fucking go near it. Just a suggestion.
Hello? Velma Dinkley speaking.
Why do you look like a potato person with no neck? Is it because you're based on Mindy Kaling?
Yeah, but a serial killer calling from inside my house? Yes, that's a classic, and that's my point. Why change anything when the classics all still work, right?
Was that supposed to imply that Scooby-Doo doesn't work anymore? According to who? I'm sure this show's very clever writing will elaborate on this. I'm sure. Definitely, yeah.
My name is Velma Dinkley.
Oh, I bet that mic drop was after expressing some real BIPOC fury. Girl! Oh god, I already hate this shit.
To finally share the book.
Oh look, a character that's actually cute.
This is my story, told my way. She has no brain!
This is probably what the HBO Max execs are going to say about her once they see these ratings.
But I also know how to find out who did kill Brenda. I think it has something to do with drugs, which I hate.
Wow, that was hilarious. In the original thing, he was white and liked drugs, and in this, he's black and doesn't like drugs. Because drugs are bad, and portraying black people as being drug addicts is also bad. We didn't want to get canceled, so we changed it. That's not funny. We want adults to watch this, but we wrote it for fucking babies to understand. Yeah, of course. Oh, why you got an Asian dude with why you got him hooked up with the samurai sprouts on the back of his fucking head?
It's because it's a ghost.
How were you able to interact with a ghost with a fishing line? I know it's a cartoon, but it's also meant for adults, so it's supposed to make sense for adults. I mean, yeah, if this was a kid show, I'd probably let this slide, but yeah, you're reeling up a ghost because they're actually tangible ghosts now, not people who are trying to poison the town's water supply. Like, how are you interacting with it with a fucking whatever? High school can be murder. How many times have you fucking seen this tagline? There's so much high school related shit that this is tired. High school can be murder. Oh my god, just like this is gonna have the same aura as Gotham High. Mark my words. Oh, Jesus Christ. This is a nice screenshot. I endorse this. And on top of everything, they named the black guy Norville. Norville! The most fucking milquetoast name you can come up with. Not even Shaggy anymore, just Norville. I guess they don't want the association with Shaggy the rapper. Because, black, you can just tell that every decision they made around this character was because of his race and nothing else. Yeah, this is why you shouldn't race swap. Because then you make these generic milquetoast, one-note minority characters. I bet you he's not going to have any other personality other than being a simp for Velma and not liking drugs. That's it. Yeah, he's going to be like the endless simp for Velma. He's probably going to have a crush on her. And of course, he's going to be unrequited because Velma's really going to be into Daphne because you got to get that lesbian shit in there, and she possibly might be into Fred too. A school newspaper striver friend-zoned by his beloved Velma. Oh my god!
How's my shit together? Is my shit together?
He worries he's a beta male. Is there a Velma and Daphne moment insinuating romantic shipping? Callan replied, Velma has unresolved sexual tension with a lot of characters. Of course she does. Of course they gotta make her a whore. Make her a whore! Minnie Kaling didn't get the dicking she wanted in high school, so now her self-insert character, everyone wants to fuck her. That is so sad! How the fuck you gonna suck cock with no neck, bitch?
This ain't enough.
You can tell the real Velma had a Gawk 9000 underneath that turtleneck. How is this bitch gonna, how's she gonna gawk? How's she gonna gawk? Her Velma does get really face-to-face close. All you have to do is say face-to-face. Why did you say face-to-face close? With Daphne at one point in the pilot, and she does find the arrogant Fred annoyingly hot. See? I'll never miss. We were drawn to this journey of self-discovery for her, Calling said. We wanted to honor the other interpretations and do what's modern, which means being a whore. Modernity equals being a whore. They said it, not me. Like, I was right. They're gonna make the black character a complete cuck for this bitch while she's fucking everybody. What the hell? Because as much as they're gonna criticize these characters for being traditionally pretty and white, they're still gonna have the main brown girl lust after them in a possibly creepy sort of way. Either that or Fred's gonna be gay. I can already predict what's going to happen before it even happens, because this is what these properties always end up being. It's just a paint-by-numbers self-insert for Mindy Kaling.
All our classmates are idiots, so let's assume they're high.
Like, oh god, when was Velma this? They turned Velma from an actually, like, good character into one of those YA novel Mary Sue bitches. Everybody's dumb but me. I read books, and that means I'm a fucking genius. I'm special. I hate it. I hate that shit. I fucking hate it.
You know what 420 is, right?
Yeah, it's code for adults who still watch cartoons.
How is that supposed to be like an intelligent joke? What does that say about the people who make the cartoons for adults? That also puts you in a place of immaturity. You're insulting your audience before they even get to watch your show. The show comes out tomorrow. Tomorrow! And which is another problem. Like, why would they release this the day before the show even comes out? Why wasn't this released like 1 week, 2 weeks ago? What kind of half-assed operation does HBO Max have over there? And the synopsis they just released is even cringier. I don't understand. What the fuck? At Crystal Cove High School, Daphne is a popular mean girl orphan who deals drugs because of a dark family secret. Her boyfriend, Froud, personifies mediocre white richness. His mention of the dark secret, and he has tiny widowed privates, a subject of much conversation. Great. We're gonna have small dick jokes in a fucking show about Scooby-Doo characters. Shaggy has become Norville, of course, because you race swapped him. A black character with the name Shaggy who smokes weed and likes food. Even though you probably have every other stereotype under the fucking sun in this show. Can't have that one. He worries he's a better male. Remember that lame humor concept from 20 years ago that we are redoing ourselves because we are also lame and uncreative? And on top of everything, Scooby-Doo ain't even in this motherfucker. Scooby-Doo's not even in it. Where's the doggy? Where's the good boy? The biggest revelation, the Velma pilot makes no allusion to Norville having a dog. Think Gotham and its conspicuous absence of Batman. No, because he eventually became Batman at the end. I think we forgot about that part of the show. Randy addressed the brown-spotted Great Dane not in the room by explaining that the team thought hard about what it could do to distinguish Velma as an adult show. What made Scooby-Doo a kid show is Scooby-Doo. No? That's not how that works. Then that means that Family Guy minus Brian is a kid show. Yeah, that means any adult animated show, or any adult show period, minus the animal character, is automatically a kid show. What kind of fucking logic is that? Randy said, we couldn't have a take on it. Like, how can we do this in a fun and modern way? Our efforts coincided with Warner Brothers Animation, saying, we can't use the dog. Oh, the fucking dog, he's gonna kid everything up. Like, bruh. For Grandy, the omission of the iconic Great Dane accentuates the adult tone of Velma. Oh, God. Our shit is dark and gritty. Because we don't have a talking dog. I'm sorry, but I'm Mindy Kaling, and this is about me. I'm not gonna let some fucking dog get in the way. Imagine being so emotionally fragile, you can't share the spotlight with a dog. Yeah, well, that was fucking horrific. I might check it out, at least the first episode. Might stream it on Odyssey like I did The Witcher and that National Treasure Cancer. So look out for that. But yeah, my brain is melted, and I'm going to go cool it down. Goodbye, guys.
Gotham whore.
I'm gonna read this, give you guys like an overview of what the fuck this is. The author went on record as saying that it's Gossip Girl meets DC characters.
Oh, God. You know, this is going to save comics.
From Melissa De La Cruz, the #1 New York Times best-selling author of Alex and Eliza, whatever the fuck that is, comes a reimagining of Gotham for a new generation of readers. After being kicked out of his boarding school, 17-year-old Bruce Wayne returns to Gotham City to find that nothing is as he left it, Jesus. What once was his family home is now an empty husk, lonely but haunted by the memory of his parents' murder. Selena Kyle, previously the innocent girl next door, now rules over Gotham High School with a dangerous flair, aided by the class clown Jack Napier. When a kidnapping rattles the school, Bruce seeks answers as the dark and troubled knight, or is he actually the pawn? As it seems, especially at Gotham High, where the parties and romance are of the highest stakes, and where everyone is a suspect. With evocative art by Thomas Patilli, this new graphic novel is just as intoxicating as it is chilling, where dearest friends turn into the greatest enemies, all within the hallways of Gotham High.
Oh my goodness. Alright, it sounds terrible. It sounds like a thing that nobody wanted.
It sounds like a thing that would just be awful no matter what the skin was. You know, like they used fucking DC, but it's like, ugh, thing seems horrible anyway.
I'm sure this will be very deep, and the lore will be... I can't even imagine what it is we're walking into.
Hell, I mean, it has this kind of Riverdale stench to it. Like, it's just really over-sexualized for no reason, and trashy.
Well, have you seen what Melissa De La Cruz, what she's an author of?
Yeah, I skimmed through her bookography, and yeah, she even fucking wrote Lele Pons' biography.
It's literally 250 pages of shit. You have over 5 million followers on Vine. Do you know how rare that is? You're reaching more people than I ever will with my good grades. Darcy is so right. But to be nice, I say, that's not true. You're going to become a scientist and cure AIDS, probably. I'm so sorry, trees. Whoever did this to you, I am so sorry. This was a tree. This was actually a tree. This was something that gave us life and that helped us out in a lot of ways. This is going to drive people to suicide with how fucking dull it is.
Yeah, why did they hire her?
So you might be thinking, well, obviously this is who we're going to have save the comic book industry.
Oh, yeah. A real shero.
Maybe this will actually be really great, and we'll get to the end and we're like, wow, that was incredible. This is exactly what I never knew I needed.
When it comes to voices, like, I was going to assign you guys, but if you want to switch it up, that's fine too. But I want, like, Mahler for Bruce Wayne, Metal for Joker, and...
Say it. Just fucking say it.
and I want Rags for Alfred for many reasons.
Oh, I thought you were going to say Catwoman.
No, I was going to... I'm Catwoman, because I already got the voice down anyway.
1-800-GOTHAM-HORROR.
Okay, I think it starts on page 11.
10, 9.
Remembrance of things past.
Hey, colored by Miguel Muerto. I don't know who that is.
Is this a live stream or a recording or?
No, just a recording.
Oh, good. We can cut out all the horrendously racist bits.
No, those are the ones that stay in.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
They're gonna have to stay in for what we're in for. Trust me. Oh boy!
Enough of your heterophobic language, guys. Jeez.
Oh boy, I gotta do my sexy voice for this garbage. Welcome to Gotham City's Arkham Preparatory School for Boys. One of the most famous and prestigious private schools in the country.
Yeah.
More future presidents, senators, tycoons, and CEOs have passed through these halls than anyone can count. It prides itself on its school motto, Vita et Fortitudo, life and courage. And it must be noted...
Oh my god. Oh, no. Is that Luke here?
No. You're gonna...
He drawn things on his face.
Just anything, it's not even, like, scary. It looks like every other mumble rapper's music video design.
Page 2 is already cyberbullying. I want to kill myself now.
While there are only 25 useful Latin verbs and only 4 ways to conjugate them, this is so dumb. There are an infinite...
That's so profound. There are only 25 useful Latin verbs that have infinite ways.
There's 5 conjugations for Latin verbs. Let's see. Because I took Latin for a few years ages ago. Because they might have fucked up.
Fucking nerd over here learning Latin.
Because if they've already fucked up, like, surely you would think 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. First conjugation. Second conjugation. I don't know. Looks like, I guess there could be 4, but this is also saying 5. Latin's a fucking super complicated language. Don't learn it.
There are an infinite number of ways to be cruel at Arkham through social media, digital life, and IRL.
Digital life.
And IRL.
Oh, dude, look at this bird. Oh my god, that dude has got to go. Yeah, what a loser.
He looks like if Sean King was actually black.
They got this little token black bully in the background, like that's supposed to make everything better.
What's he looking at? He's clearly not looking at him.
He's proud of his fellow Aryans beating up the local crowd.
I like that already is punching his hands, like hitting him with
Oh, look at his anatomy is fucked. Look at his arm.
No, he hit himself so hard he snapped his wrist. That guy means business.
I mean, this looks like the first draft of a comic book, like a first drawing, like something you would throw out.
It's not unreasonable to assume he did break his wrist, because on the next panel he punches him with his right hand, not his left.
I like that the dude is suggesting maybe you didn't wear deodorant today.
He's an asshole or my friend will break his wrist. Also, he says, "Say that again, asshole," and they hit him before he can even say it again. Why even bother?
Blood. Oh my god.
Let's get out of here!
Phantom of the Opera. Oh, no.
Well,
This is like,
Bruce, yeah? He looks like a whammon.
Look how tiny his face is!
So crushed.
he looks so Chinese.
Yeah, that's what he is. He's Chinese in this book.
Okay.
Well, he's half Chinese.
Well, his face is the Chinese half, it looks like.
Yeah.
Looks like the rest of him is the non-Chinese half.
You okay? So's the nerd.
Oh, where'd you learn to fight like that?
He just says, "Tell Master Zag I said."
Well, I guess it was Master Shang.
I know. He's like, that's not normal.
Not really an answer to what I asked. I hate it when people do this, when I ask a question and they don't actually answer.
Even the black kid's like, wait, but look at the card! Wind, water, flame, earth, 555. What the hell?
Hello, is this wind, water, flame, earth? Like, no, this is earth, wind, and fire. Also, this page is kind of the opposite of what's happening in the real world. The Chinese are saving people in the comic page, but in the real world, the Chinese have doomed us all.
What's happening in the real? The evil Corona-chan.
What he doesn't know that Bruce coughed on the card before he left.
Oh god.
Who are you?
They knew
He's
that.
gone. He's mysteriously gone. He disappears like Boba Fett or whatever.
Boba.
Like all schools nowadays, Arkham Prep has zero tolerance for bullying. Zero tolerance means the school does what schools do best. Nothing. Zero. Zip. Zero.
Okay, so if this is where all the CEOs and presidents and everything come from, they don't do anything about bullying, and they let people wear like hats flipped around backwards as part of the uniform?
Yeah, it makes no fucking sense. If they all got money and they're all affluent, why the fuck are, like, this shouldn't even be a thing. Oh, look at the black bully's parents. Look at the father, he's dressed in that pimp suit.
Oh, yeah, man. Oh, he's got his alpha hoe next to him.
Bruce Wayne is like, he's walking past the bullies, and they're like, where are his parents? He's
dummy.
Triggered.
That's
Is this Alfred, or is this the principal?
No. That's just the headmaster.
Does he need pictures of Spider-Man? I can't wait to discover what race and ethnicity Alfred is.
Find out the entity that is Alfred.
I feel like I should have like a wheel that I just spin. Like, and Robin is a transgender Japanese hooker from Africa.
Brave and stunning.
Or it's just an actual Robin.
The only character who's like the original. He's like wearing his costume and everything.
No, just the Robin. I can't say it's a pleasure to see you in my office again.
Oh, I don't know about that. I, for one, have always enjoyed our little chat.
I am once again asking your uncle to be here today. No one can get a
It is the middle of the night in Hong Kong.
What, did the text change?
Yeah, like when it's light, it means like it's faint or in the background or they're whispering.
Oh, okay.
No, like look at the text here.
In the next one,
Look how it's inconsistent. How it's really bold,
Yeah.
but then it's really thin.
Be that as it may, I presume you're familiar with security cameras. Well, as it happens, Arkham Prep is...
That is a thing now. I want this to be all the way now.
Oh, God.
The boys have already been spoken to about the trick of Richard Grayson. And I would have been able to treat your infraction in the same manner, except...
Okay, this is weird.
It appears this little stunt has, as the kids say, gone viral. The result, I'm afraid, instant expulsion. Do you have anything to say for yourself?
I should have disabled the camera. I already fucking hate brutes. They're great.
It's like, is it really that simple? The security camera surely picks up all of these guys beating up on this kid first, right? They know this is Bruce Wayne. He's got, like, super wealthy and everything, so why would they want to get rid of him when they know that all of these other kids are beating up on Luke?
Because the system was always against Bruce. They always knew he was going to be Batman, and they tried to beat it out of him. In Gotham City, however, some of us aren't as lucky as the boys at Arkham Prep.
Really set them up being the lucky ones. Those are the lucky kids.
Disgusting hobo.
Getting expelled from school and getting their shit kicked out of their face. Yeah, it's really lucky.
Their families don't love them apparently because they're in Hong Kong or whatever. Or dead.
They died because they didn't love him. They're like, we gotta get away from this faggot.
I like how as well that they're like, how do we make this place look dirty? Put a porno theater in the back.
There you go. Normally,
So
now,
Chisby's like,
in comics, right? When you first introduce a character, that's like the best shot of them, so that you instantly, think of that. That's them. First impressions. I'm not an artist.
The shading on his hair is fucked up.
Look how black it is on that left
Yeah,
bit.
yeah.
It fall in an oil slick? What the fuck?
And why is it like square? Like, is it the money that they're saying is blocking out the sun? I don't think a paper note is that powerful, but alright.
Some of us have to dig in the dirt while looking up at the stars. Oh, Christ. Get the fuck out of here!
I'm sorry, how fucking ugly is that hat? The middle fingers are formed together. The one at the top is doing some crazy shit. I don't know.
Oh, that's right, that's Metal's line.
Oh, that's Joker. Oh my
God. He's a douchebag.
The iconic character Joker.
Boom! I found $10 in trash.
Joke's on you, trash.
Get fucked, trash.
Look at those two gentlemen shaking hands, because from my point of view, that's exactly what they're doing.
Like my friend, Jack Napier. Rough around the edges, sure. With nothing to his name but a wicked sense of humor.
Oh, look, he reads.
Alright, okay, so, though, if he doesn't actually have he's not going to. If you're going to say that he has a wicked sense of humor, and I never laugh at anything he says...
I feel like we're going to be laughing at him.
Oh my gosh, what if him pulling $10 out of the dumpster, if that's like meta commentary, like laughing in the person's face of whoever bought this for $10? Look what you used to have, but you don't anymore. You have this. You got 200 pages of me, Jack Napier.
Yo! Sorry, I'm doing it again. What the fuck is with these hands?
That's what he needs the $10 for surgery.
They say, he who laughs last, laughs best.
No one says that.
Jack
It means that the final winner will have more glory than someone who was winning in the beginning but ultimately lost. Well, no wonder I haven't heard that. That's stupid. Zen and the art of motorcycle maintenance.
But Jack might argue with that.
What up, Breaksters?
What up, Jack?
He's such a
Perspective of that car. Like, how is the car, like, we're looking from the top down at a car.
Mm-hmm.
How? Never mind, don't think about it, it's a style.
Whoa, watch it, asswipes.
And you can't afford this. Pretty sure he can.
A finger? I don't even understand what you mean.
Yeah, that's so
that you can't afford this? Like a finger? Bruce Wayne could probably afford many things. He's Chinese. They're genociding fingers so they can have all the fingers they want.
That's Bruce Wayne in the limo?
Yeah.
Wow, what are the odds? I hate people. I'm gonna splash them.
Well, he's not driving. He's in the back.
But he told them to go through the puddles, like, fuck them up with water.
Alfred, if you see that poor person, splash him on the way through. Oh, good.
Soak them with the poor water.
Soak them. No, it wasn't even that. They have a little water cannon on the side of the limo, just so they can spray water into poor people.
That was his first bad gadget. Just a water cannon for poor people.
How's that for a welcome home? What is home, anyway?
What is it?
On the other, better side of town, in Arcadia Park, the most exclusive neighborhood in Gotham City, a little bird told me that Bruce was headed back to Wayne Manor. Not sure if you...
But he just left.
Get it, Twitter, a little bit.
Oh.
That might be it, I don't actually know.
Not sure if you heard, but Bruce hasn't been home in years. His uncle shipped him off to boarding school the minute his parents died. And keep in mind, his uncle is Alfred. Like, they made Alfred his uncle.
Oh.
And, so...
Yeah,
maybe he was thinking... exposition dump coming, huh?
Maybe Alfred was thinking that it would be best for him to go to this prestigious school
where people get beat up and bullied.
Maybe he didn't know
constantly.
That. They probably...
No. He's like, you'll do the beating up, boy.
Yeah, that is, in fairness, they just said, I want you to let out your frustration and anger of your parents' death on other children.
Especially on that Jack
Alfred's fucking
guy.
metal.
No, I'm not. Wait, the next box. I have many problems with this, but go ahead and read it.
He probably doesn't remember me, but I'm sure he remembers this. He remembers her, his mother. Before Masha Dean became Martha Wayne, she was the most beautiful girl in Hong Kong, and from the richest family. Few know it was her. Her money that started Wayne Enterprises.
Of course. She's the reason Wayne is rich. She's got, of course.
That Bruce Wayne gold digger, we all knew it.
According to sources, everything fell apart the night they went to see Madame Butterfly. What started as a perfect evening soon became a night of terror. When they got home, the thieves were everywhere.
This is terrible writing. Like, we're already getting exposition dumps about Bruce's parents' death.
It's even weird that the Catwoman is so readily aware of all of this.
It turns out the Catwoman and Bruce knew each other since they were kids.
I guess news reports as well. So
it's
still weird.
You would think that it would be flashbacks in Bruce's memory of him looking at the photo, and Catwoman isn't even involved in any of this. I know it's a little meta, but do we really have to explain that Bruce Wayne's parents are dead?
Yes.
The mother's Chinese now, and that's and the murder takes place in the house. So now, because of those two vital pieces of information, we have to re-explain it.
I just figured that you'd do it in a subtle way instead of being like, did you know his parents are dead?
His father fell first. His mother was next.
But luckily they had life alert.
I've fallen, and I can't get up.
Bruce never talked about it. He was too ashamed. Look at this fucking frame right here. This random picture of Sherlock Holmes on his wall. And there's this random picture of a beaker with chemicals on it.
He's smart. He's a scientist. This is what scientists and smart kids do in their rooms. They have framed beakers up on the walls because it's science.
You see, Batman is a detective.
Bat bed. Why does he have a bat bed?
Wait, what? I just noticed it. It's got wigs on it.
What the bat bed?
There's not a lot of room to lie on this bed, by the way.
Yeah. Oh God. What the hell?
You just rest your legs on the front of the bed.
Look how tiny.
It's really uncomfortable that you might even slip off it.
Look how tiny this desk chair is. This desk chair is so tiny.
It's so tiny.
It's like a circus room.
It's like an alien's rendition of a human room.
I saw this in a picture once, beep boop.
I know he must have blamed himself because even though the thieves left him alone, he couldn't move, unable to do anything, unable to save them. Poor kid.
How'd they die?
I don't know. They put him in a tub on a bed.
Oh,
they're dead.
If you see his parents are on the floor, they're dead.
That's how I kill people. I just tie them up and leave them in the tub, and they just die. What are the letters on the gate for?
Arkham Prep, I guess.
Oh yeah,
Alfred Pennyworth?
Oh god, you're actually right. I guess it's Arkham Prep, but it could be Alfred Pennyworth.
Put his name on the gate because fuck the wings.
That is not.
Yes, that is Alfred. That's Alfred.
Not Alfred.
Yes, it's Alfred. Not only is it Alfred, Alfred is Chinese, and he's gay.
Oh, I couldn't tell.
Uncle Alfred took custody of Bruce when his parents died. He came to Gotham from Hong Kong, but he was too brokenhearted by his sister's death and sent Bruce away. Okay, that's whatever.
I know I wasn't there for you then.
No, that's
me.
I like how they put it to the silhouette. They little pointed to the silhouette.
But it is confusing because he's doing the Daisy Ridley where his mouth is always open. I know I wasn't there for you then. I'm trying to do the voice of the gay ghost from Mike Tyson Mysteries.
I was hoping you'd do like a Chinese gay voice. Like, I know I wasn't there for you then.
I know I wasn't there for you then. But I'm here now. Oh god.
That's good. That's so good.
I'm so glad you came back to Uncle Alfred. Now I sound like the dude from Milan.
There are no council positions open, Your Majesty.
Now Alfred has moved back to Gotham City for...
Snap your W-2 and file Fed and State for free. Simple tax returns only. See if you qualify.
Around the world, millions of babies don't survive their first day. Baby Teresa was born with fluids blocking her breathing. Without the use of this simple suction tool, births like Teresa's could be fatal.
Velma launched on January 13th. The trailer was so bad it made YouTube's Rewind look like the Avengers Endgame in hindsight. To say that it was a hot, steamy dump on the Scooby-Doo franchise as a whole was an understatement. It now sits at 6.7 million views in 3 days, with 10k likes and 350k dislikes. Within hours of the trailer going live, they immediately disabled the comments. That's how you know it had Seth Rogen's Santa Inc. energy.
Just so you know, the women of the North Pole make fun of one of your dicks. Have fun wondering whose it is.
I don't know about you, but what is it with media today having an antagonistic female lead that's not only short, annoying, and dumpy, but she seems to be a genuinely horrible and racist person? Is there like a connection here, or is it just me? The worst part is that HBO Max emailed me last night saying that the service was going up $1 extra. Now, what bizarro clown world do we live in that a company launches a show like Mindy Kaling's Velma and then immediately tells you you owe them extra money? HBO Max should be on goddamn discount. Initially, I didn't care about the show until I got called out for being a reactionary bigot and a bad-faced actor. You know, all the buzzwords that most people use when they have no argument.
This should be more annoying than anything I've seen from Velma.
And you clearly didn't watch Velma.
Fred Jones did not kill those 2 girls. His whole life, Fred has never had to lift a finger to do anything. He's been so pampered, his body hasn't even felt the need to fully mature.
I also decided to look at this person's Twitter page, and it's what you'd expect. This is what the kids call an NPC. Did you hear? It's a Gundam's an incel and a bigot. They also didn't like Velma much because Mindy Kaling liked a tweet from J.K. Rowling, which in this day and age on Twitter is tantamount to committing a hate crime, apparently. God forbid someone doesn't share my political...
We found some more diamonds.
Is this bigotry?
Hell yeah.
They decided to also give my video a watch and somehow missed the humor in the video and reduced my existence to just simple homophobia. You are a creature. Now I understand why Zoomers today do so poorly in school. Their reading and listening comprehension skills are absolutely in the toilet.
I was told It's a Gundam isn't that bad. I thought I'd watch their video, and it just opens with them whining about gay Velma.
This is what's called humor. Darling, it's a joke.
You understand that I'm a lesbian. I'm a lesbian.
The fact that the day I was making the video and I Googled Velma, they like pride flags on her name and it was like explosives and celebrations. Do you not see the humor in all of it? My lead designer combed through the tweet thread timeline and had a pretty good laugh at people's hot takes on me. One of them was so limited in their faculties that they honestly assumed I was on the show because of my thumbnail.
Saw this part of the thumbnail before realizing whose video it was on and got scared. The most pathetic, whiny incel on YouTube.
I better call a doctor. I'm suffering from third-degree burns here. I'm absolutely being roasted. I lost a tweet. Someone else in the timeline was saying something like, all these people are living in 2016. So I guess that basically means it all goes back to Gamergate or something. But in 2016, hate to burst your bubble, but I was doing Fallout and Witcher 3 mods. Well, I just looked at what he posts, but I was saying I got scared because the idea that an official show would even have It's a Gundam included in any way, shape, or form. Now I gotta stop turning down offers to be on shows. You know, I'm gonna say this publicly now. I was in talks with people who worked on Rick and Morty. Suck it. You know, if I knew it would get that sort of reaction from people, I would have done it. It genuinely amazes me how someone like Adam Sessler can be mainstream and tweet the most hateful, vitriolic stuff I've ever seen. But the idea of me being on a cartoon show is completely abhorrent to these people. Oh, did you hear It's a Gundam sold some stuff for charity? For the Children's Hospital? Wow, what a raging incel. People like these, their virtue is a false virtue. Their support, if anything, lasts moments, if not days at best. Nietzsche called this the herd mentality and the herd morality. For example, Eric Butts, the guy who cried over the Star Wars trailer, if you remember. People rushed in and subbed to his channel. They sent love and support against the haters and the bad faith actors, such as myself, that laughed at him, crying at a completely homogenized corporate piece of media designed basically to try and sell you trash. Now look at Eric's channel. These people who subscribed to him forgot he even existed. Eric himself could be the living embodiment of Friedrich Nietzsche's The Last Man. But I won't get into philosophy with you because my character trope is that I'm a stupid incel and I can't go breaking my image or my brand now, can I? My point is, say what you want about me, finding humor in Eric Butts crying over Rey Skywalker or making fun of Velma, but at the end of the day, I at least remembered Eric Butts' name.
His name is Robert Paulson.
What happened to your New Year's resolution?
My resolution is to eat better, epic stuffed crust, better ingredients, better pizza, better.
And I'm not even going to get into the Twitter conspiracy theories that Velma is a psyop so that, quotation mark, right-wing YouTubers can make videos to boost its SEO score. Yes, that's right. Warner Brothers, who is hemorrhaging money, canceling projects left and right, they just sold $1 billion worth of their music catalog to stay afloat. They took Batwoman, shelved the entire movie project, got rid of everything, and they're using it as a tax write-off, rather than releasing it, which arguably would be a bigger train wreck than Velma itself. No. Warner Brothers put out Velma so the quartering could make 5 more videos a day.
What the fuck? This piece of shit.
That's the master plan. And Mindy Kaling is a right-wing transphobe Hollywood plant. You can't make it up. How do you look at this show and extrapolate it to that? You have to be just guzzling copium for political Kool-Aid. The fact anyone leans too far to the left or right is a sign of just, I don't know, political osmosis. I'm riffing here. But just not everything needs to be political. Not everything is some sort of grandiose plan by one side or the other. It's literally just a bad show. Twitter isn't a real place. It's a vortex of political and social madness, where every wild delusion, machination, and sexual perversion is not only freely spoken, but it is parroted by other delusional sexual deviants who spend way too much time on their phone rather than accomplishing something meaningful in their lives. But what do I know? I'm an internet troll, apparently. So, needless to say, I decided to watch Velma. It wasn't other YouTubers making videos about it being woke or whatever. It was people on Twitter gaslighting me into it. Oh hey, guess who's trending on Reddit because of Velma? Thanks! So after watching 2 episodes and falling asleep while viewing them, I giggled once. Velma is what you get when a millennial short on ideas but high on self-esteem is allowed to create a cartoon show. It's nothing more than a 2023 version of Daria, lacking all the charm, wit, and sophistication. Latched on to the Scooby-Doo IP, it has nothing in common with the legacy characters other than name and maybe style of dress. Modernized for a modern audience. This would lead me to believe, without an already established IP, no one would watch or care about this cartoon show. I do believe it's premeditated, but I don't believe that it's some elaborate psyop. Yes, the show is #1 on HBO Max currently, but for God's sakes, there's nothing else on HBO Max. It's new on a streaming site that has nothing on it. It's not a feat. It's like going to a marathon and beating 80-year-olds and then celebrating. Mindy Kaling's interpretation of Velma is nothing more than a self-insert, which at this point seems to be what she specializes in, playing roles as herself.
Anymore, so you can go now.
Excuse me? I think you can go. You dress like it's 1998. Your look is played out, and so are you. You're basic.
I'm sorry, Velma. I could feel you forcing that.
Yeah? You know what else feels forced? Your belief that you're the only one sleeping with the lead.
Now that's comedy.
Making her as a person seem as one-dimensional as the show itself. I don't know if the show is trying too hard, or it's too predictable to the point of where the writing seems like they're not trying at all. Velma's psychotic and slightly racist, and
Female, colored, bisexual.
Shaggy in every sense of the word is a simp, and about as situationally aware as a caterpillar. I mean, for God's sakes, he's trying to sell his organs to go on a date with Velma? That sounds like something an Amaranth fan would do. Daphne's a drug dealer / high school mean girl who's also a
Female, colored, bisexual.
but you wouldn't know that she's supposed to be Asian without her telling you. I blame the Tumblr art style. Fred is a brain-dead rich kid with a small penis who can't even feed himself. Literally, that's not a joke. His character arc, he can't cut up food. I don't know, man.
You didn't mention Fred had a tiny dog.
Oh yeah, real baby carrot.
Cutties. Mother, cutties.
Oh my god, it's like a little boy.
This show wouldn't be so universally panned if it was a new IP standing on its own legs. But as I said before, if it was, no one would watch it or care. I also failed to mention that the way the characters interact and speak to one another doesn't seem realistic.
Daphne, why would you deal drugs? You're beautiful and popular. Being a bad girl, too, just muddles your brand.
This doesn't make me a bad girl. According to TV, it's morally okay to deal drugs if your life is just kinda crappy. Like, your kid's sick, you're a widow with a mortgage, you have to live on a lake in Missouri.
Those are all white people, Daphne. Minorities on TV can only deal drugs to escape poverty. Wait, that's it. This is about you trying to run with your fancy rich crowd.
Yup.
Which makes me think that the writers themselves don't have many social interactions. Because who in God's name talks like this? After the show went live, critic scores as well as the viewer scores went down faster than a female police officer on a suspect in her custody. Stu, can I make that joke?
Velma has been the subject of review bombs on Rotten Tomato and IMDb. At the time of this writing, Velma has an 18 audience score as opposed to the 60 critic rating on Rotten Tomatoes. As of now, the critic rating has dropped to 50. On IMDb, the story is the same, with a 72% of the audience judging Velma a 1 out of 10.
I watched it. It's not good. Like, it would have been so much smarter to just make a new show and not attach it to a... Why is it so hard to understand that if you use legacy characters and you completely change them, people aren't going to enjoy it? It'd be like literally coming home one day in the neighborhood deciding your mother needs to be gay because there's not enough representation for LGBTQ. And this woman you've known your entire life now has to dress like Melissa Etheridge and try and work on cars and pretend to love the ladybugs. You would sit there and go, yes, queen word. You'd be like, what are they doing to my mother? Well, the long and the short of it is, yeah, this show actually is kind of bad. Unless you're easily amused. If you're into mindless self-indulgence, if you find the regular corpo crap to be interesting, if Star Wars tickled your fancy and you are a Reylo fan, who, by the way, they're still on Reddit mad at me for making fun of them. I mean, yeah, I'm the bad guy. Reylo's threatened Adam Driver's wife. I pointed out on Twitter. All of a sudden, I'm the freakazoid. Anyway, that's got nothing to do with this. I don't recommend the show, unless you're having trouble sleeping. Then give it a watch. You'll pass right out. I guarantee. So for Ambien, yeah, this is a good show if you need to fall asleep and you have horrible, crippling insomnia. Anyone would take from this. It'd be a waste of time and energy. Even me doing this video. I know it's going to turn people off. For like the 10 people that want it, there's like 100 that are like, the hell with film.
Now, this just in, police officers in Lancaster, Pennsylvania, were asking people to be on the lookout for a man who robbed a store. And I think we do have his description. Can we take that? Let's take his description. Okay, this is the guy they wanted people in Pennsylvania to be out on the lookout for. He's got a nose and some hair that goes like that, and he was wearing a hat at the time of this particular crime. He's got kind of a chin that comes down to almost a point. Stands about 5 feet 4 inches.
The only person who's dedicated to trying to talk to Darkside Phil is Review Tech USA. That's it. If Phil wants nothing to do with him. I mean, if I would have talked to him, he wouldn't talk to me at all. People are like, DSP wants to do an interview. Why don't you? I'm not talking to Phil, because Phil want to talk to me. I go, Phil, when you filed for bankruptcy, what did you like about having a cat? Like, what move was that? Oh, I got my timeline mixed up. I guess Moist Critical talked about DSP twice before. Me was telling me that Moist Critical actually talked about DSP on October 30th. Oh well, that's life. That's what people say. So anyway, DSP thinking he could capitalize on this, kind of like how he tried to capitalize on the jerk-off session back in, 2016? I know this is a lot of DSP lore. But back when he had a wank, him and Machinima were taking down the videos that anyone posted of him doing it. Then Keemstar got a load of it and talked about it. And DSP tweeted at Keem back then that he was willing to talk about his mistake in session. Only when Phil thought he could gain from it was he willing to acknowledge it and say that it happened and do an interview on it. But oh, how the tables have turned. DSP now hates this shit out of Keem.
And then there's DSP. DSP has been begging the 200 people that show up to his stream to pay all of his bills. Instead of getting a job, he goes to the stream and says, hey guys, my taxes are up. Hey, I gotta pay my gardener. Hey guys, and then he'll blow the little money he gets from his fans on like skins in a video game.
I think DSP hates Keem more than he hates me. So thanks, Keem. After Moist Critical did his video where he talked about Boogie 2988 going broke and DSP being on the decline, Darkside Phil snapped into the action. My God, he was like a pig with truffles, sniffing out those possible donations buried under the ground of content. DSP tweeted this.
Saw what Moist Critical said about me on stream today. I personally like the guy and his content.
If you flash forward, I'll probably put in a clip here where DSP admits he doesn't really watch Moist Critical, but let's just play along for now.
A show, or I guess he does live streams. I don't know, I don't watch all of his content. I just every once in a while I see a random video of his in my feed. I watch them, I think that they're entertaining.
Lies! Lies! You are the prince of lies!
And I will address it on stream tomorrow. He's not wrong, but it's very obvious he only watches the negative about me. And that's the entire point of why I've asked to be interviewed.
People would interview Darkside Phil tomorrow if Darkside Phil had like a complete expose. But Darkside Phil has more criteria to interview him than Michael Jackson had for Barbara Walters, bro. And DSP didn't write Man in the Mirror. But with the way he acts, you think he did.
I tried so hard to get an interview with DSP. I tried so hard. I love him. Like, I don't hate him. I'm not a detractor.
An interview with Kyle Rittenhouse coming up, and you couldn't get one with DSP?
I almost had him. And then he backed out, and he's like, well, you know, I gotta do my stream. I gotta make X amount of dollars. And I was like, I was so close to saying I'll pay you. So close. So close. I'm still thinking about it. I was almost paid to do a DSP stream.
I love you, chat. I love you guys.
DSP's follow-up tweet.
When I regularly got the biggest YouTubers saying negative stuff about me based on the trending detractor vids, it's hard to keep this going. I hope Moist will listen. I know he will. He's reasonable. And I can clear the air a bit. We shall see.
That Moist Critical was going to want to interview me? No. Then quite the opposite, right? Quite the opposite. I didn't think at all that he was interested.
I hope Moist will listen. I know he will. He's reasonable.
Oh my God. Bill Moist Critical doesn't give a rat's ass about you, bro. You're like a dumpy chick on Tinder trying to hook up with a dude who's got something going on. Dark Sea.
It doesn't take much. Helping the ASPCA give an animal in need the care, safety, meal.
On November 1st of 2022, DSP's Level 1 podcast. A little backstory on the Level 1 podcast. Dude, this is the pre-screen podcast, alright? But Keemstar came in, offered DSP a job, right? To do a podcast with Boogie 2988 and Wings of Redemption. I don't know what it would have been called, but it might have been interesting for an episode or two. Keem offered Daddy Phil 50 grand. Phil turned up his nose about it, went on a rant about Keem. Keem then roasted Phil and said DSP is still on level 1. Thus, DSP, being the absolute master tactician, changed his pre-stream podcast to the level 1 podcast. This dude, minimum effort, maximum results. That's how Darkside Phil will be remembered.
Say, but we're talking ginormous YouTubers, streamers, even, you know, channels that are supposed to be reputable journalism, which is obvious they're not when all they do is regurgitate detractor memes about me without vetting any information.
I want to just interject in here about the vetting of information. Phil, how can anyone be a reputable journalist and vet information if you never have a comment? If you reach Darkside Phil to try and figure out what the hell's actually going on, he won't tell you a damn thing. Or he'll sit there and call you toxic, he'll block you. Oh my God, these detractors with their stupid memes. Phil, is it true that Kat has left you and hanging out in Ottawa, Georgia or something? He won't reply. If you contact Darkside Phil and ask him about his sister-in-law, Brazy Mama, in the wild you said about him and Kat, he won't say nothing. Phil, I like your comment about Brazy Mama threatening your life. You won't get a reply.
I will murder him. I will murder him. I have his address. I will murder him.
Oh my.
Then if you talk about it, you're the scumbag because you didn't do your due diligence. I'm sorry. Due diligence is one of DSP's favorite phrases.
My tax attorney from Connecticut did due diligence and did research.
I can't do this. I can't do this.
And it's exactly what I was talking about a week ago when I said I want a chance to go public and have a public interview with someone, like that, so that basically I can clear the air about all the misconceptions about me, so at least my side of the story is out there. Hey,
if DSP wants to give his side of the story, why does he just actually gives his side of every story every day on the pre-stream podcast, but it's the same subjects over and over and over again. On top of that, remember, didn't DSP already do a debunk stream back when the Pro Jared thing was going on, remember? And on top of that, let's be real. Phil roasting Pro Jared for, cheating or whatever. Didn't his woman leave Subaru Man for him? You can't throw stones in a glass house, Phil. After DSP's sad attempt at getting Daddy Critical to pay him a little attention and take him down to Moisty Myers, Review Tech USA chimed in on Twitter, because Review Tech has been trying to interview Darkside Phil for the better part of a century.
The message I left to Phil while I was taking a dump. Enjoy. Hey, Phil. I don't... See, this is the thing that's amazing about you, dude. I said I'll turn off the chat. You don't have to worry about the tractors asking you anything, or I'll put it in members-only mode, because I won't even say that I'll put it in members-only mode. Your detractors don't become members. I'll get to it. Or I'll just turn off the monetization for you, so I don't.
There we go. That's a freaking cave system.
Would you like me to donate to a charity, Phil? Yeah, he said I brought up none of his points. I brought up everything. It's not for clout. Then just, dude, come on.
Okay, so I forgot one. Not only did Richard of UTech USA throw in his hat to interview Darkside Phil, Mr. Medica stepped in. Much to Phil's chagrin. You're out there, you're throwing the line, you're like, Moist, receive my messages, please. Let me on your stream and interview me, sire. And instead you get Mr. Medica, the cancer man. The cancer man can.
One quick little thing. DSP-related news. Now, I know you think, oh, God, am I going to talk about his car dealership thing? Where he got suckered into paying $8,000 for spark plugs because he doesn't know how machines operate? No.
The best part of this clip is how Mr. Bedecker brings up the other Darkside Phil saga that was going on. The car saga. Alright, I'm going to try and make this so short because I'm sure there's a lot of people who don't give a rat's ass. And that's the problem with doing Darkside Phil videos. There's so many layers. He's like a painting by Leonardo da Vinci. Just when you think you figured out how he painted the Mona Lisa, there's another layer. But it's always layers of stupidity. The car dies, it sounds like it's a battery issue. Instead of checking the battery, getting a new one, which means that him and Kat would have to, horror of horrors, use public transportation. He pays to take it to Midas, Jiffy Lube, or Firestone or something. And they check out his car, and they proceed to fleece the hell out of Darkside Phil, bro. To replace DSP's battery, it was $230, dude. They didn't even give him a top-of-the-line battery. I mean, the battery itself was $195 plus tax, $5 Washington fee, the $22 battery core. Aren't they supposed to $15 removal and replacement? They didn't even give Darkside Phil a rebate. When you bring in an old battery, you get money back. They didn't even do that. They gave him a diagnostic service. Obviously, you plug in the car to the computer, you look at some beeps and squeaks, and you rip off a douche. Can I say douchebag? I don't even know on YouTube anymore. The coup de grace. $541 to replace his spark plugs. Phil, you could have got a spark plug gauge and did this yourself for a fraction of the cost. But then they will require you to leave that home office.
I understand his garage bill got leaked. Everybody found out that DSP doesn't understand how automobiles work. And then went on a begathon. But what I want to talk about is DSP has put a video out asking people to come interview him. DSP, oh my God, Cancer Man. DSP is out there asking for a sit-down interview with anybody that's interested. Even said he's open to having them email him. And chat, what I'm thinking is, there's nobody better for this job than me. But I'm going to need your help. I'm going to need your help, chat. Because DSP, he's not my biggest fan. Now, I used to make fun of him on Brightside Bob, did streams making fun of him, and they're still funny to me. But I did do a catfishing video where I exonerated him by showing it was complete bull. So that should kind of that should equal out. But I want to interview DSP. I have so many burning questions for him about Sons of Kojima, about just everything that's gone on. He wants a fair interview. I am all for that shit, DSP. I will give you a fair interview. I'll ask the hard questions, but they'll be fair.
Tomorrow. I just happened to jump on YouTube and search for the guy. And all I could find in regards to him and me was the most toxic shit I've ever seen. This guy as far back as 8 years ago. Yes, as far back as when I moved across the country from Connecticut to Washington, was making toxic ass content about me. Benefiting from slandering me, saying really nasty things about myself and other people who I associate with. Basically a scumbag. I know nothing about this guy's personal situation at all. All I'm judging on is based on what I saw with a 5-minute search on YouTube, and what I saw was some of the most toxic, worthless content I've ever seen in my life. I can't believe that anyone would watch that kind of shit. And again, that's the vast majority of shit, a lot of popular stuff on YouTube.
This is funny. He's gay.
A quick segment, and every once in a while, he does bring me up. Usually, he brings me up in a meme. Like, he'll reference my accident in 2016, and he'll have a good laugh about it and say things like, no one is like Darkside Phil. You name another person that could have something like that happen on a stream and then immediately go into his normal stream and act like nothing happened. Anyone else would be like insanely embarrassed, and they would, disappear from the internet.
I love how DSP talks about the Moist Critical clip, and he just adds extra stuff into it to make it seem better than it was. It's like, he didn't say that. Phil, what are you doing? This is like when he won the Evo in 94, and instead of just going, yeah, 4th place, whatever, he goes, best American Street Fighter player of the year of 1994.
Justin, did you have any more honorable, dishonorable mentions?
I guess I would agree with you with DSP.
Yeah, by the way.
Because what DSP does, in person he's all nice to me and shit, and then when he makes a YouTube video, he thinks he's all hard and crap.
I think like John and like Watson were like looking for him to Gary took out to one of the Evo events or something.
Yeah, so he was I heard he was crying and everything, so that was great.
Who needs a filter? New Bear With Me Lure Tint Foundation.
That's very funny.
By my detractors in particular. And now we've got big channels like Voice Critical who reiterate those negative misconceptions and or take moments out of context as this is all who Phil is. And now everyone who watches his content believes that, and that's not fair.
I don't even know if I can force people to sit through this, because DSP just says a whole lot of nothing, and it takes forever to do it. That's why most people watch this dude at double speed. I don't know how he thinks anyone can give him any more or paint him in a better light. DSP, bro, you got into YouTube at the ground floor. You were lazy as could be. Instead of changing with the times and keeping your finger on the cultural zeitgeist, you decided to tell everyone to eat a bag of dicks, and you're going to do what you wanted, and you fell off. And you proceeded to keep falling. Just when we think you hit the bottom, you just tear through the core of the earth. What could anyone do with you? It's so Phil, you had a day off, what happened? Snort? Me and my wife went out, we ordered food from DoorDash, we got our errands done. Boring. You gotta spice up Phil. It literally takes a skill to take DSP's videos and make them remotely mentally digestible. You just sort of phase out. That's why they call it pignosis. He just until you just sort of accept whatever's going on. And you become a vegetable. And he's like, guys, I need some help. There's not enough tips in the stream, and you open your wallet. Oh! If DSP was any fun, you would let Mr. Medicare interview him. Now that would actually be something people would tune in for. but DSP will never go for it. He'd rather try to get Moist Critical to interview him, someone who doesn't know who he is. So that way you can't grill him half to death about all of the things he's doing. Phil, why'd you pay $500 for spark plugs, Phil? You ever heard of a spark plug gauge, Phil? You ever worked on a car, Phil? Where's your wife, Phil? What did you do with all that money you made? And somehow ended up in debt for $500,000. Oh, remember that time when DSP was like trying to get money out of his fan base, telling him that like his family member, like his mother and father, they're like close to death, and he's gonna go to Connecticut to see him because he might not see him again because they're so old and frail. He has to do this now, you guys. And then people in chat were like, if you go over to Connecticut, Bill, you should marry Kat. And DSP's like, I have money to do it. I don't 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 have money to do it. Then he goes to Connecticut and marries Kat.
But the misconception is I'm banned from Twitch because that's what my haters say. So I'm not shocked to hear that Moist Critical thinks I was banned from Twitch. It's not his fault. That's just believing what idiots say about me. It's not true.
Moist Critical doesn't know anything about you. He doesn't care. You got banned from the Twitch partner membership. So if Moist Critical hears he's banned from Twitch, it's not like Moist is going to turn into an investigative journalist to figure out what exactly you got creamed for.
Because if you can, super chat, please become a member. Please buy my merch. Here's my t-shirts, right? He's shilling to his audience. He could do that. It's fine. But what Moist Critical is making a point of is he goes, here's a YouTuber who used to have 5 million active subs. Now he has 4 million. And he's literally like begging people on the street for money. Like, it's not a good look. I agree. But if what Boogie's saying is true, I understand why he's doing it. Okay? I can see both sides.
A year ago, Boogie put out a video entitled "Finally I'm Rich," back when crypto was making crazy dollars. Like, what was it, 60 grand a coin or something? The second you see a downward trend, it's time to jump. Here we are a year later, and Boogie has the Help Me video. Frankly, like, I don't even know what to make of it. I don't know if I'd have the guts to do that. To be like, hey guys, guess who's rich? And then I screw up, lose all my money. Put out a video like, hey guys, subscribe, join my OnlyFans, join my memberships, buy my merch, lick my ass, play with my nips. Only you can keep me from working. And of course, DSP sitting here and he's like, I can see both sides. I see why he's doing it. Of course you do, Phil. You've been begging like this for years. Boogie needs to pay you for mentorship. Take some lessons. Dark Side Phil, how to beg successfully and hang around long past your prime. 1995.
It's Dark Side Phil. Because he's infamous for being an eBay. Right? Basically, basically the way he says it, you can tell that like he's interested in me as a character, but he doesn't watch my content. Alright? You can tell he's not sitting here right now watching my stream. He's watching the detractor highlight of my stream that picks at the bad parts and says that's all that I am. Alright.
This is why I keep saying that DSP is either a character or he's stone cold. He's like, you can tell Moist Critical doesn't watch my content because your content is so boring. DSP streams are like Ambi. Nothing's going on. Nothing interesting happens. You pray to Christ something upsets him. Because that's the only time he has something to say. I've watched the stream of Street Fighter 6. Oh my god. It is a waste of your life. Kevin's getting drunk. You literally have to have a buzz on to be able to sit through a Bell stream. It's weak sauce. Of course, he's not watching. Oh my god, dude. You torment your fan base. Could you imagine watching something boring and then someone demanding money? DSP's like a stripper you don't want to see at the club. And then they get off the stage and walk up to you and ask for money. And it's just like, Jesus Christ, you should pay me for being here. DSP streams are so boring. This dude falls asleep on his own live stream.
I love her lack of energy. Go, girl, give us nothing.
Was I upset that night? I absolutely, positively was upset. The game pissed me off. It made me feel like gotten so bad at that point. In addition, I already had a week where things were already really like bad for me financially, both behind the scenes and in front of the scenes. It was a slow week that week, and I didn't even know what was going to happen being able to afford stuff. And I was honest with my audience that night. Some people can't take that honesty. They think it about it. No one's really supporting it, which pisses me off. It does.
And it's purely budgetary. It's not personal.
I'm gonna kill myself! I didn't kill myself, but it's your fault!
Snap your W-2 and file Fed and state free. Simple tax returns only. See if you qualify.
You may change, but the excitement of getting a new ride from Naples Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram won't. And you can get new Ram trucks, Jeep Wranglers, and more for less during the starts of the new sales event. Try new Ram trucks with up to 15.
Trying to play this off as he was really hard for money this time, like for real, dude, it's kind of disgusting. Because he's always hard up for money. He's been hard for money for years. He's begging for money since he came and hit the scene. He's telling people to click the links in the video, click the ads, send money to PayPal. This is the same thing. 14 years, Phil. He's hoping he got Moist Critical sees this and thinks DSP's making some sort of Barbara Walters level turnaround. I don't even know who that is. Darkside Phil admitted that the month we're talking about, because this is last month, was so good on YouTube. A lot of people came out and supported him and stuff. And he made so much money from getting memberships they would buy his wife an Xbox X. Now, this whole time right here, DSP is telling us he's broke. But if you watch Phil, even passively, like a retarded squirrel that's outside your house, you sometimes see, what the hell's Squirrely doing now? He will tell on himself. Last month he was hard for money at that point.
In addition, I already had a week where things were already really bad for me financially, both behind the scenes and in front of the scenes. It was a slow week that week, and I didn't even know what was going to happen being able to afford stuff.
Last month he made a lot of money. Things were good. He could buy an Xbox.
During that time, they were well. I mean, they still are cheap. The thing was, they went on sale during the Black Friday week, and thankfully, thanks to having a really good month here on YouTube 2 months ago, remember that was the month when I got a ridiculous amount of human subs. So because of that, I had some extra money, and I was able to get her an Xbox Series X.
More shit! See how this dude rolls? We ain't even getting into the television side. Not even. Keep the clip going, fine. Stab myself in the head.
Phil has the pignosis. He mind and brainwashes his viewers into contributing.
The pignosis is very real. I call it bagnosis. The dude constantly, there's always something wrong. There's always something bad on the horizon. He's the underdog. You gotta help him. And his fan base always rallies to him. Alright, even back in the days, you can find this in Snort Brunel video. Twitch streamers have the most generous fans. We looked at the revenue each streamer gains from bits and cheers per subscriber. This shows which streamers have the most loyal fans. Users with the most donations incoming per subscriber include Darkside Phil, Tim the Tatman, and Castro. He's number one. This was in 2020. Oh my god, I'm so dizzy. Oh my god, vomit. Oh my god. So the pignosis is very real, that's the point. If DSP squeals loud enough, his fans come rushing in and throwing money like Scrooge McDuck, suffering from a brain aneurysm.
Playing a game that obviously is painfully badly designed, right? And I would hope that the fact that you guys are getting entertainment out of it, because you obviously were. Look at the views skyrocketed. People were really saying they were enjoying seeing me suffer through this. That at least someone would have said, all right, thanks a lot for that. We know you're having a rough week. Here you go. We'll contribute or do something to help you out. And at least now, they're like, wow, well, at least it was kind of worth me suffering through this. And it didn't happen. And I got upset about it. All right? I'm a human. I have weakness.
I was having a bad time with the game. I felt so bad. praying to God someone send you $50. You know, you wouldn't have to beg if you just try. If you actually put some goddamn effort into what you were doing. My God. You are the laziest content creator running.
Yes, this is the quality content coming from Phil. Yeah, we're only 2 days into 2023, and I'm already suspecting that Phil is losing it a little bit. I know he thinks his fans will watch anything, but this is really low.
Look at his background, bro. His background is empty PlayStation 5 boxes and Xbox boxes with little tchotchkes.
Okay, now we're heading back to the house with all of our shit that we got.
You give him $8 and shake it around, you can ask the 8-ball a question. Why don't you cut out the damn middleman and buy yourself an 8-ball and ask it whenever you feel? It's a one-time fee.
Okay, celebratory bubble blow, everybody. Jasper, here it comes.
Bubbles. He really is falling apart under the weight of this massive talent.
How did that look?
Oh, we get 100 likes and blow up. What the hell are you doing? 40 years old. You can tell he comes from the mean streets of Greenwich, Connecticut, because this wouldn't fly in this city.
Me, I'm the complete polar opposite of that, you know? And that night, I was very honest with my audience. I basically said, I'm upset because I stayed late for you guys, playing a game that obviously is painfully badly designed, right? And I would hope that the fact that you guys are getting entertainment out of it, because you obviously were, look at the views skyrocketed, people were really saying they were enjoying seeing me suffer through this, that at least someone would have said, all right, thanks a lot for that.
See what I was saying about DSP being crazy? Like, bro, you staying an extra hour to play a game you don't like is not doing anything for anyone, really. They're there to laugh at you. You may as well have fun. Notice how other streamers that are rich are having fun? There's a kid's name, Speed of Sonic or something. He looks like he's always having fun. People just throw money at him. Darkside Phil's always in a constant state of peril. And he expects to be paid for it. He plays a game he doesn't like. And he literally says, you think someone would thank me by going, here, Phil, you've been suffering through the game for my entertainment. Here's some money. Phil, I know you had a rough week. You got fleeced out of $500 spark plugs. Let me alleviate your stress.
Absolutely right. I 100% will publicly admit that was one of the times when the weakness of me as a person was exposed to the internet. For sure, 1,000,000%. That was a moment that I was weak because I was very upset about how things were going financially for me that week. And because I was so upset at the game, I vented to my audience. You can say, that was bad.
So this was your one moment of weakness. I guess the other 14 years of seeing you do this is a fever dream we all suffer. And all the videos that have proof of you doing the same thing repeatedly, they're all doctored. They're all deep fakes.
If you look back at my content from 10 years ago, when I was very popular on YouTube and I was rolling in the ad revenue, I never mentioned channel, which is this channel, Looking at HD, and basically how much you guys participate with this channel, if you know what I mean. I'm not allowed to just say, how you can do that, but anyone who's accustomed to YouTube and how the partner channels work, I'm sure you understand what I'm saying. I was never asking for it. I didn't have a PayPal where you could donate. I just started a Patreon. I've been a YouTuber from artist. I say again, artist.
DSP's lying through his goddamn teeth. Phil, are you doing this? Are you really sitting there going, I never had a PayPal, I never asked for money? Lies! Lies! Bro, there's literally video of you telling people to send you money for PayPal. When you had a Patreon, you told people to join your Patreon. And you didn't want to be Mr. Views, that Patreon would set you free from views. Why did I do this?
What is it about Ade?
Now
Here from
we're almost
10,000
back.
miles away. Only speaks soccer. But from playing to feel.
Box to play, today. You can take me points to Meyer, but not Luke Lake. God really loves you. Chug with you.
But this is very much my business, all right? I do have to treat it like a business. Because if I have a day where everything's very slow, and I don't mention, by the way, things are kind of slow today, I would appreciate it if someone could contribute and pick up. It would be great. Okay, if I don't do that, and I have a series of slow days, I could actually be screwed.
Remember when, like, DSP was in trouble for his taxes with the IRS, and he got on the stream every day and told us that it wasn't a business?
Whatever you want to call this, because technically it's not a business. I know. Well, that's another thing, too, because I've been calling out that this thing is not a business. It's not. It's not a legally registered business. All the work that I put into this entity, it's not a business. It's because it's not. I don't own a business. I don't legally own a business anywhere.
He doesn't know what it is, but it's definitely not a business. Now we're back to being a business again.
Now, do I want to operate like this forever? No, I don't. I don't like this. I hate this. I freaking hate this. I don't want to have to constantly be asking for contributions and asking for help. I hate it. Really, it hurts me to do it to my audience. I detest it. I don't want to do it, but I have to. If I want to continue to do what I love, and if I want to do what people tell me is meaningful. Gulag kills don't count? Yeah, bye. Goodbye. Don't come back. Dishonest app, don't stay in my chat, sorry. Gulag kills don't count. They're the same as any other kill. I'm going to do what I love, and if I want to do what people tell me is meaningful. Okay. So toxic. Oh, you think that was toxic? To want people to be people of their word? Now you're going too. It's, you think it's toxic to make people actually live up to what they say they're going to do?
Come on. In fact, Phil says he loves it. That's a lie. The only time Phil says the stream is good is if he gets a certain amount of money. If he's in that vest, if he's wearing a stupid hat and glasses, it was a good stream. If the stream doesn't make a certain amount of money, it was a slow day. Notice how that's always what it is. Also, if you look at DSP's Twitter page, it's like a totally different person. He does run his Twitter like a business, like a PR firm that has nothing but positive things to say. Find out more on DSP Gaming while we make it to the other side of this bridge. Like, then you go on the stream, the dude looks miserable, and he's hinting at money.
Do what I love, and if I want to do what people tell me is meaningful. Very nice.
Nothing you've done is meaningful. I'm not trying to be mean to you, but I'm being real. Even what I'm doing, people sit there and go, you got me through a dark time. I don't let that go to my head. I was making doofy videos to make a couple people laugh, and I went on about my business. That's the difference between me and Phil. I look at what I'm doing, I'm like, whatever, it's Tuesday. Phil's like, I'm helping people. Snort.
My long-term plan is that within a few years, my credit builds back up, because my bankruptcy will be in the past. I'll be able to do things like apply for loans or refinance my home, and that's going to save me.
No! God, please, no! 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 No!
No, Phil, credit is not for you, dude. You literally went 500 grand into debt. And now he's talking like, oh, when my credit gets back up and the bankruptcy's over, I can apply for loans. But that's how you got into this mess the first time. Applying for loans on a failing business that you call DSP Gaming.
And I talk to people and I'm applying, or I apply for a loan, or I do anything, and they say, what do you do for a living? And I tell them I make, gameplay videos, and I'm a YouTuber. 2016, I lost big money that normally I would have coming in just from people naturally searching for a game on YouTube. Oh, a raw playthrough, let's check it out, and they'd come watch. I got none of that, and it really concretely hurt me really, really badly, all right? To the point, and I won't go too much into detail, but to the point where I had to take out loans, I had to rack up credit cards, I had to do a lot of things that I did not want to do because I already was in debt from moving across the country in mid-2014, and my debt went way up.
He's literally going to do it again if he gets his credit back. See? DSP doesn't learn. DSP's worst enemy, the greatest detractor of all time in Phil history, is Dark Side Phil.
Oh my God.
You hear me? You quote me on that. You heard that? Past Dark Side Phil, screw present Dark Side Phil. Present Dark Side Phil, screw future Dark Side Phil. This dude is literally planning to take out loans. They're going to save me. The bankruptcy was supposed to save you, Phil.
It didn't. Getting the money for your taxes was supposed to save you, Phil. It didn't. It's a never-ending loop. Darkside Phil streams are the equivalent of Star Citizen. No amount of money will ever be enough. And you're a damn fool to give any more if you've seen the grift. And I'm not trying to be mean to her, but goddamn. You lucky. Moist doesn't know half of what I know about you. You're lucky Moist doesn't want to speak to me. I might talk to Mudahar. Mudahar and I talk once in a while. I might. Mudahar probably knows as much as I do. Nobody wants to deal with you. You're a goddamn snare.
Rolling it dumb. Like, geez, dude. Maybe when you start making entire posts and entire videos that are product placements, maybe it's time to reassess your future as a person, as a business person, and say, what the f*** am I doing with my life that I'm such a sellout? Because it really disturbs me.
DSP's like, oh, these shells and the title shills and the knife shills. And, you know, I don't do that. I don't shill to my audience. But these people need to reevaluate what they're doing. And it's like, this dude is counting everybody else's bag. Everyone else. If you made $10 today and Phil made $5, he hates your guts. Remember that Dave Chappelle bit, the player haters ball? DSP is literally all those dudes rolled into one.
Brother got a nice car, man. Why you got a car, man? I only got one car. Why you got 3 cars and a wife or all that, man? That's played out, man. I hate on it till he's totally broke. It ain't got nothing like me, you know what I'm saying? Cause yeah, that's what real hating is all about, man.
It's hard to believe that Mint Mobile can be good at just $15 a month. So, as Mint's new owner, I brought in one of...
Part 9.
I mean, I could pack it up. I can give up, right? When am I going to give up? Quit on everything I've done for 14 years that everyone tells me daily is meaningful and they would be crushed if I stopped doing it?
I gotta play that one again. DSP is playing himself off like he's Rocky Balboa, dude. Who the f*** are these people? That would be crushed if DSP stopped uploading his garbage. Probably Snort for now.
It bothers me. When I see someone like Moist Critical, who's like a genuine guy, who's like a fun guy, makes great content, you can tell he's watching only the negative stuff about me, and that's his conception of me now. You know, this is why a week ago, I'm pink. This is why a week ago, I said I want to have a public interview out there so that all this stuff that's said about me can be addressed and aired out and you can hear my side of the story. Because right now, no one hears my side of the story. All they hear are they watch the detractor videos, right? They watch the nasty, watch the scorn highlight. Watch this moment where Phil had a meltdown on stream.
Here we go with that interview him thing again. Nobody knows the side of the story. We've already heard your side of the story countless times. He just wants to be on someone like Moist's channel that has millions of subscribers, and he prays to God that this would somehow resonate with people. Because Darkside Phil, like I said, he's crazy. This dude thinks if he got his fair shake someplace else, he would reach a whole new audience of people. He would get new fans, and they would come in, and they would see that he was the realest one on YouTube ever. The man who never shills, unless it's like peanuts that he was selling in the early 2000s of the beanbag chairs, or those Chinese gamer seats he was shilling that the company was so, oh my god. Watch Almighty Tevin's video on that.
Actually, that Moist Critical said about me, that actually is pretty hurtful, but I don't think he means it that way. He basically said, I still say to this day, the best thing that Phil ever left on the internet was when he had his accident, but the rest, he just kept streaming as if nothing happened. And it, basically it's hilarious because it shows incredible determination,
No. There we go again. DSP talking about the same crap, but then putting words in Moist Critical's mouth. Like, the way DSP okay, forget it. This video, it's garbage. God bless you if you made it this far. The way DSP saw Moist Critical's video was like through DSP vision. Moist was like, he did say it was like a gangster move or whatever, But DSP saw it as like, Moist Critical said I had incredible determination to keep streaming after jerking off. It's like, he's the hero of a shonen manga. He's Naruto of spanking it.
Things that can be said about me, both positive and negative. And although you can admit, yes, the embarrassing moment was definitely one of the things everyone remembers about me, I don't really think that was the defining characteristic of who I am on the internet.
DSP just can't accept the fact that his greatest moment on internet history was having a wank. Like, lean into the meme, dude. I think Review Tech USA said this, and he was right. You should have capitalized on that. You should have sold t-shirts. You should have ran with it. You probably would have actually made some money. And you were a sport about it. You could have probably pivoted your declining career right there. But instead, you tried to bury it. You had people's videos taken down. You were a dick about it. And still, that's all anyone remembered you for. Hell, I'm sure most people remember me for the Pokey drama. Run with it, instead of being upset like, I did a lot more than that. Yeah, it was me. She tried to bury me. No.
Was well recognized as one of the most popular Let's Players on YouTube, who basically inspired so many others. People like the Creatures, right? Who they in turn inspired more people and then inspired more people.
DSP talking about him inspiring the Creatures who inspired other people. He was the father of Let's Plays. DSP's acting like he's a pioneer. He's Davy Crockett of internet gaming. But in all actuality, if you look it up, Let's Plays existed before YouTube and before Darkside Fell. They were on forums and whatnot. I'm pretty sure someone's done a video on it. I'm not looking.
I'll be honest with you. Moist Critical, he's huge. He's giant. I'm shocked. The guy even spends a minute talking about me in his content.
As you can tell, DSP is really trying to kiss Moist Critical's ass here. Because PewDiePie's talked about DSP. PewDiePie's talked about DSP at the height of his fame. Doesn't PewDiePie have 100 million subscribers? I don't think Moist does. But since Darkside Phil hates PewDiePie and PewDiePie knows a bit about Darkside Phil, we're just going to pretend like PewDiePie's never spoke about him. But Moist, my God, he's a star. He's the greatest ever. He's Jesus.
Here's the difference. Moist Critical brings me up every once in a while in a funny way. Sometimes it's positive, sometimes it's a joke laughing at me. Who cares? No big deal. He's not Mr. Matoker. He's not, oh, let's do a series of insanely hateful, destructive videos about Phil. That's the difference here. He's literally, Moist Critical benefits nothing by mentioning me in his content. He just does because he genuinely finds it interesting. Versus, I have a concerted effort to try to ruin someone's life, which is what Matoker did.
Mr. Matoker was doing hateful things against me. I think Jim's whole thing is similar to my own, where you just look at madness and you laugh at the absolute absurdity. And you're an absurd character, Phil. No one has anything to gain from you. Nobody. Did an interview with the Quartering and it wasn't exactly like the barnstormer you thought it was going to be. Even me doing this video. Realistically, this is dumb. Like if I talk to my consultant or advisor and I go, hey, I'm thinking of doing an hour-long Darkside Phil video. He would go, oh, I see you like to lose money. He's like, the time you waste editing this could have gone to a sponsor. Could have gone to a subject people are interested in. Like comic books and anime and manga. Or stupid stuff on TikTok. Instead, you're talking about the jerk-off man. I'm like, yeah, he's funny. See? It's clown world. He's like, it's clown shoes what you're doing with your career. This isn't good for me, Phil. It's good for nobody. But I'm doing it anyway because I'm a masochist. Darkside Phil finally stopped doing his horrible podcast to start the gaming, which then turned into another conversation about Moist Critical, who at this point you'd assume is his man crush, because my God, is he talking a lot about... I've heard more about Moist Critical from Darkside Phil than I've heard about Cat from Darkside Phil, and he's married to that broad. Point being, he thanks Moist Critical for helping him see the error of his ways. This was the new Darkside Phil.
Weeks ago, because I was pretty bad. Like I said, when Moist Critical said that, and I was like, okay, so let me go back and watch. And then I watched the Scorn deal, and I was like, oh my God. I was like disgusted with myself. I really was. I was like, and it sucks because, I mean, obviously I did it for a reason. I was acting like that for a reason. Like I was
not the side angle anymore. That is a weird angle, by the way. Oh, thanks, Dominique. Yeah, I'm thinking I may import some stuff from this setup onto the other one. Just think it may be a better setup. You know? Oh, hey. How you doing, Allison? I got food on the way, so I'm excited for the food. Anyway, yeah, this is, I guess this is a better setup. You have a good side and front profile. Oh, that's so nice, Nolly. Appreciate that. Yeah. So here we are, about to get it started. Gonna get it rolling. Thank you, Ollie. Appreciate it. Yeah. What did I get for food? I got tacos. Very excited. Natural light suits you, Dennis. Sounds like we all love it. Yeah. Yeah, I kind of like it too. I feel like it works well, huh? This lighting. Yeah, I dig it. May do this more often. Maybe I'll start doing weekend streams from here. Just that whole space in that studio is so cramped. Setup. What did I come into? Yeah, Jewel, you did. Did you hear Shane Dawson and Ryland got married? I did. Hey Ava, how you doing? Oh, you got toe surgery. Oh my goodness, it hurts. Okay, hope you're feeling better. Have a quick recovery. But it's not Taco Tuesday. I'm a day early. I like to be early, Allie, with my tacos. Very brightening. Yes, the room is nice. Love it. After your stream, could you react to every memes ever? I'll try, Ollie. I'll try. It's gonna take me a long time. 'Cause every meme ever, that's a lot of memes to react to, but I'll give it a shot. Glad you like it, Rachel. Yeah. Hey, Kitchen Witch, how you doing? Weekend streams? Say what? Okay. Yeah, I've been thinking about doing them. As soon as I get everything kind of like settled in, I'm thinking of doing weekend streams. I feel like you need a shelf and pretty things, or a big ass Brazil flag on the wall. I agree. We can fill up the space with whatever we want. Maybe morning weekends could do that. Yeah, or plants. Yeah, that could work too. There's a lot of room right there. You're at home, that's cool. Yeah, I am, Des. Welcome. I'm at home. Love the Ghostbusters shirt. It's one of my favorite shirts. I found it at the back of my closet. It was like, how long has it been sitting there? I totally forgot about it. But don't make you love weekend streams, but don't forget to make time for yourself too. That's true. I need time for myself. Hey Rachel, how you doing? Welcome, howdy everybody. There's so much going on the internet today, huh? There is definitely quite a bit.
Lost one subscriber. Go get a grip. But he said this, it may not seem a lot, but this -1 hurts a lot. Why, you may ask? Because I wasn't given a chance to hear or complain about me, the channel. Constructive criticism is a plus, even from a troll. If this is a bot, no-brainer, right? Who cares? However, if this was a person that pushed unsubscribe, they mattered. That says a lot to me. This right here is why I would rather put out content in a quality matter versus rolling out dozens. And this was 2 months ago. I think this was it. This was kind of around the point where he was snapping, bro. This is where he was starting to, like, snap, dog. I'm trying to tell you. Pay attention to what he's saying. This is 2 months ago. Pay attention to what he just said. If you are subbed to my channel, you sub to me here, a perspective, even if you disagree. You listen because you are like me. Listening to perspective isn't bad at all. Entertainment is amazing when a person pours their passion into it. This -1 is why I place all I have to give to that video. And I'm dreamed after, on pins and needles until the first or last comment on the video. Oh my god. Really? Is that why Phil doesn't edit videos? Because sitting on your ass and clipping things together and shit, dog, is too exhausting. Holy crap. Because in that moment, your vote with a view, comment, and or like makes being a YouTube content creator worth it. Love you, -1. Love you more than the 99% who stayed. I pray you stay till the motor stops. Well, the motor stopped. Bro, your engine blew the fuck up, bro. You gotta buy a whole new goddamn car, dog. Shit, literally, it's a total loss. Alright, Pastor Eric? Shit, I'm done. That shit was funny. I think I want to run for president. He is the last person. Bro, he blocked me in a premiere while he was talking shit about me. He's the last person I want to be president. He would hire the FBI and the CIA to drill fucking holes in my knees, and he would duct tape my fucking lips together and fucking put out a bunch of propaganda posters while he fucking ships me off to Siberia somewhere, dude. Hell no. Look at this. Look at this propaganda. We want you, fam, to become a member of the Miller family with a membership today. Number one benefit, you get to have your commentary and special videos. Okay. What is this? Look how homophobic he is, bro. He's probably the only detractor whose thumbnail this day was blatantly, like, you could smell, like, bro, okay, we're telling jokes, right? We're trolling Phil, but he's the only one, like, oh, that's a tranny! Right? Dude looks like a lady! Fucking old-ass motherfucker using 1980s fucking, like, songs and references and shit. Like that, look how horrible his editing is, bro. Nah, I'm here to bury this guy, bro. He's jealous of me, right? So look, he tries to copy my fucking, he tries to copy the way I do my shit, but he sucks.
Can you help me figure out how to keep my hair back? How to shift the narrative to say that this video was about trying to make...
He's talking shit about us, talking shit about Phil. But look, these are the videos he was putting out 2 months ago. Does that make sense? That doesn't make sense to me, good pastor. We're bad people. Well, we talk about Phil. We talk about Phil. We talk about Phil. But it's like, look at you, you hoe-ass nigga. Look. Who am I seeing on most of his fucking thumbnails? Who do you see? Just let me know. Who's on most of Pastor Eric Miller's thumbnails? Damn. But yo, these views are definitely telling. These views definitely are fucking telling me why you were mad, bro. Yeah. Yup. Hold on. Ooh. Ooh. Ooh-wee. Damn, bro. I mean, I get the same amount of views, so it's like, I don't know why you're so jealous of me, bro. Well, probably because I could do something that doesn't involve Phil, and I'll get more than 40 views. Like, literally, I'll get more than 40 views, and it won't have to deal with Phil at all. So I think he sees shit like that for me sometimes. That pissed him off. But look at him, bro. When the views are kind of good once in a while, he isn't saying shit. Literally, he's the same shit. 10 views, 20 views, right? Because he's sitting here every so often. That little hit of dopamine is keeping him satiated and shit, right? Like, he's sitting here staring at his views, bro. So he's like, And that's why he uses this as an insult. You guys can't create your own content and get as many views. And it's like, bro, no, fuck you. Go fuck yourself in the ass. Look. He really wants to do that. Compare my views to this fucker's, bro. Even when my views are low sometimes, it's like they're better than his. He's jealous. I'm gonna rub it in his face. Oh, yeah, Pastor, you don't like that shit, huh? Fuck, that's why you want to talk, like, literally bring my wife into shit, dude. You're fucking weird, bro. Fucking weirdo. But it's like, what stream? There's streams where I literally don't even watch Phil. We watch other shit than Phil. We talk about other shit than Phil. Sometimes I'm playing a video game. Like these dudes. Like these. I'm doing something that isn't Phil, and I get more views than you, Pastor. I think he was seeing shit like this. Like, he isn't watching Phil. He's playing a video game. He has more views than my Bible study. Literally, bro, I'm telling you, he's super jealous of my ass, and it's weird. The way his video he did today talked so much shit about me and what my wife should do and shit was, like, very fucking weird, man. It was very weird. Like, I'm this guy's Tevin. Oh my. Damn, Pastor. That sucks.
The sinner's commentary.
We were like here. God,
they had to come out and admit they're guilty. That's why they mock.
I want to read
Go
the
ahead.
comments.
Mention my name in any of their chat. All they gonna do is just say every expletive they can, one after the other. They go jerk each other off, talk to each other. They go jerk each other off again. They go say the same insult, same insult. Jerk each other off again. Jockey each other, copy each other. It's the same thing.
I smell a punk ass pass.
You know why? They can't challenge me intellectually. Hell no, they.
Because you're not smart, bro. I would literally talk to a dog shit on my lawn, bro. With an intellectual conversation before you, Pastor. You block people. Alright? The second your feelings get hurt, you want to run away from fucking the insults, the conversation. You're a bitch.
They can't.
Sitting here pulling bitch moves and shit all the time.
No. I'm saying they ain't strong enough.
Ric Flair I am, bro. I'm literally this fucking 7
and that fake name of Phillips. That tells me everything I need to know. So until they show that, in a lot of ways, I am smarter than them. Yeah, I'm sorry. Yeah.
How are you smarter than us? Like, literally, Pastor. How? I have to hear this. Bruh, die. I'm pretty sure I'm smarter than Pastor. He needs to stop.
Yeah, I'm sorry. Let me answer that. I am smarter than them. Because they couldn't figure out I wasn't talking about them. But, see, that's why the good book, well, not the good book, but it is, that's where the notion comes from. Keep your friends close, but your enemies closer. I didn't necessarily know who they were.
Bro, all you have are enemies when all you had were friends. It's like you're so retarded, you don't even know what you're saying. You had no enemies at all. Even when you were talking shit, bro, we were still kind of like, we were looking at you sus, but we were still here for you, bro. And you kept pushing the issue. Okay? So here you are.
The enemies were till they showed their face. Oh, what a beautiful thing. Oh, what a beautiful thing it is when people snitch on themselves.
Hold on, Angie. I'm sorry. Give me 2
How
seconds.
you go snitch on yourself? I don't need to have the best editing in the universe. It'd be nice. I don't have the copy and paste talent.
Angie, well, that's what sucks for me, dude. I don't know the exact, like, context of what's happening. And that's kind of why I wish you, like, joined our Discord, so you could actually, like, get it all off your chest and everybody could talk to you. And I'm highly encouraging you just make a Discord and just join ours real quick. Like, you can actually, like, type out everything you need to type out, and we can actually read it all, know what's happening, and we can try to help you. Because I hope you know that I really fucking care, but it's like I'm getting little bits every so often, and it makes it hard for me to, like, fully understand what's happening with you. And I actually want to, like, I want to fully know, I wish I could fully understand. It's just kind of hard when, like, I see a message from you, every so often.
You have to be joking. Whatever.
Just keep going, let it all out. I'm not saying don't do it here. Hey, shit.
I still have 3 stacks of iron though and 11 diamonds, so I'm fine for now. Bitch ass zombies.
As these other artists that would just push record and let the whole thing play because that's all they can do. Maybe they'll throw a commentary up there, but it ain't saying nothing they ain't said 1,001 times before. And Philip ain't gonna stop making money. And again, how you gonna let Philip be right about you?
Oh wait. What the fuck happened? Oh, this fucking guy. Oh yeah, this is the video the
Sinner's
fucker
commentary,
dropped today, dude.
where no one is safe from a good roasting.
We interrupt our program to bring you this important message.
Bro, honestly, I get fucking copyright claims every time I play this stupid asshole shit because he's stupid and, he doesn't know how to edit his videos. He actually copies and pastes clips. Like, literally he does, and he likes to think it's hard work.
Except these possessed people.
Now, what we are about to talk about is how you gonna let Philip be right about you. How you gonna let Philip outsmart you?
Bro, he outsmarted you, Pastor Eric. Literally. You thought you were so smart that you lost the plot and you fell under hypnosis. You became one of his fucking dentheads, bro. Like, you are dumb. You are very uneducated, unarticulate. I'm embarrassed that you're black like me, honestly. Bro, I wish you were like some orca in the fucking ocean and not even a human being. Like, I'm embarrassed for both human beings. Dog. Like, that's just how, like, far gone you are off just, like, seeing other people do better than you. Clipping some pathetic 40-year-old man. You really want to talk like we're pathetic. You're pathetic, bro. You're sitting here, like, throwing temper tantrums. Because we're better than you at clipping a pathetic piece of shit. Right? You felt the fact that you're using this clip, Pastor Eric, is showing us moments where you fell for his hypnosis. Literally, the fact you're gonna use Phil's words against us like that, dog. You fell for it, not us. We're chilling, okay? we watch Phil for probably a couple hours, and we hang out for the rest of our days, or we go to work, or, you know, we do other shit. We're not sitting here with posters of Phil on our wall with, like, you know, fucking lines of yarn and shit pointing to his house and to associates and shit like the FBI, bro. It's just like we like having fun in our free time, and fucking with Phil and pissing him off is fun to do on our free time. Okay? Just like I know I'm pissing you off now. Yeah. Ooh, it's Martin Luther King Day. Oh, yeah. Hold on, I'm rubbing my ass in my seat to make sure it's just good and fucking. Yeah, bitch. My black ass is in this black seat for black ass Martin Luther King Day, bro. Shit, fuck you, you old ass fuck. Some shit my mom would probably say to me, dude, go fuck off. Martin Luther King wouldn't give a shit about me if he was alive right now, okay?
How you gonna let Philip beat you at your own game? You know what you're gonna hear the opposite? No, he didn't. He didn't know we were doing that. You stupid fool. How you let Philip get over on you? Do you know how stupid you got to be to have him outsmart you, race to put videos out?
No one's racing to put videos out. I'll literally clip Phil, get high, and then fall asleep, bro. Wake up in the middle of the night like, oh shit, I was supposed to fucking make a video. And then I'll start doing my voice recordings and shit like that, bro. Like, literally. Sometimes that's why it's like 3 a.m. you'll see a video from me or some shit. It's like, no, I actually take my time some days. I'll just, like, fuck off and procrastinate and, like, you know, start playing video games or something. Because Phil isn't my whole fucking existence. You know? There's a bunch of days where I'm like, fuck Phil for a second. I got the clips I need, dude. It's time for me to, like, enjoy my day off for 2 seconds. Or, you know, enjoy my, like, what hour I have to myself. And then I'll work on this video when I wake up. You know, and I'll try to hammer it out. But it's not like some fucking unencumbering thing in our lives, bro. We don't have shrines of Phil in our closets. Like, what the fuck? Like, you're the one obsessed with Phil, bro. Like, you're excommunicated from the community. And, like, you're so fucking far gone and obsessed with us that you keep making videos about us. Literally. It's weird, bro. It's like Inception right now. You know, it's like, what if Phil hit his head in the shower, found Jesus, and did nothing but make anti-detractor videos all day? Like, literally, that's Pastor Eric.
And he planned on you doing it, and you did exactly what he wanted.
How?
How?
Bro, he doesn't even know what's going on, bro. I'm trying to tell you, Pastor Eric, if Phil could, he would ship us all to a fucking Russian Siberian gulag in far eastern Russia. Dog, where our feet get beaten every day. You too, he would ship you there too. You'd be like, yeah, Master Philip. Yeah, so what's the plan now, Master Philip? And then Phil would go, you're going to with them, dummy. And he pushes him into the train cart with us. And then we beat his fucking ass with a fucking sock full of fucking soap on the train ride to our new gulag because of Pastor Eric. This motherfucker doesn't know.
It boggles the brain. It boggles the brain. You see, the copycat squad ain't worried about Phil's behavior. They're not worried about justice or morality.
He sounds like Light in Death Note right now, bro.
Alrighty, I think that's a good place to end it for now. We're pretty much done with this house section right now, and I want to expand the farm area and get livestock and all that neat stuff. We're gonna fill this room out with, you know, actual rooms you would find in a house and stuff like that, and up here is where we'll keep all of the chests. And yeah, you guys have a wonderful rest of your day.